Welcome to the Steering Change Podcast, navigating through the commercial transportation industry in Alberta and beyond. Powered by the Alberta Motor Transport Association. Here's your host, Josh Hannaberry.
Friends in the industry, I'm excited to jump right into our episode today with co-host Rob Destree as we highlight the Professional Truck Driver Championship event, which took place on June 1st, 2024 at the Edmonton office here at AMTA. Rob, my friend, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, Josh, it's great to be back, especially after a super busy weekend this weekend up in Edmonton. So yeah, we hammered out another Professional Truck Driving Championship, or rodeo, as it was formerly known. It's been held in Alberta for more than 70 years. For 25 years, the event was held in conjunction with the Alberta Inspectors Challenge. The event is an opportunity for Alberta's commercial drivers to showcase their knowledge and skills in handling commercial vehicles. Drivers compete in various categories, and the day culminates with the awards presentation and dinner. In addition to the category winners, there's the Fred Dettel Rookie Award, named for a prominent competitor from the first event in 1949 all the way through to the 70s, and the Ann Taylor Grand Champion Award. And Ann was instrumental in getting the event off the ground as the wife of the AMTA's first executive secretary. So Josh, knowing that you were there at the front lines during the event, can you share your thoughts about how you think it went?
Oh man, it was fantastic. It's an exhausting, I would say it's 2 days because there's a day of prep, the full day of the event. But it was amazing. It's just watching the relationship building going on at the track. I thought was great. This was my second year participating. I was at the start line, and it was just it's a lot of fun. And you can see some professional drivers, they're rookies in this event, so they're a little nervous. Then you get the seasoned vets that come in and just do their thing. But all in all, it was a really good time.
Yeah, I know we glanced over it and saw you sitting there in your little camping chair and your little freezy in your hand. You were certainly rocking the freezy and the start line clipboard. It was awesome. It was my third year and second year doing the emceeing, so I got to witness the same stuff, right? Like you said, you got the people coming in. You can see some of them are wired up. Even talking to some of the guys that have been there before. Totally, like, they love the event, they like to showcase it, and then they're proud of what they do. I mean, really, right?
Yeah.
And this year we were able to interview a couple of the professional drivers competing on location. So let's take a few moments and hear what they have to say.
Hello, Dave Lowe.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, yourself?
Can you tell us your name and who you drive for?
Dave Lowe, I drive for Bison Transport.
And this is your fifth Professional Truck Driving Championship?
Seventh.
Seventh. Okay, now you're a bit special because you have done what as far as categories go?
I have driven every category now. I have won every category but the one I drove today. So we'll see if I get first place today, then I'll have won every category available.
And what did you do today?
Straight truck.
And what do you usually run on a regular basis?
Bunk truck, tandem trailer.
And Dave, what is the most important part of your pre-trip?
Taking your time and finding everything that's wrong with it, right? If it's wrong, it's wrong. You got to find it and just take your time. There is a time limit to the test, but you know what? You can walk around the truck in 8 minutes. You can find your defects. So
awesome. That's it.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Yeah.
My name's Jeffrey. I'm a driver with Bison Transport. Been there for about 5.5 years. Total driving experience about 27 years.
And Jeffrey, you are in the B train category today, but that is not your usual ride. Tell us about that.
I'm in B train this year. It's going to be interesting. I haven't pulled one in about 20 years. It's going to be a different challenge, 2 articulation points, shorter trailers, so it's going to be different.
And how many times have you competed in a Professional Truck Driving Championship?
This is my second rodeo.
Awesome. Well, good luck out there. And let's do one final. What is your number one tip for sharing the road with the motoring public?
Slow down, pay attention, and just watch out for the traffic because you never know what they're going to do.
Awesome. That's it.
Awesome.
Lawrence, welcome back. What did you compete in last year?
Tandem bunk.
And I hear you won.
Yeah, I got first place last year, so.
Congratulations. And Lawrence, how many Professional Truck Driving Championships have you been in?
This will be my 5th.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah.
And how was the course today?
The course was great. I did mess up on the back end, alley back end, but other than that, I think I did pretty good.
Happens to the best of us.
Yes.
And Lawrence, what do you usually run?
Bunk truck, highway.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I missed this
yeah.
question. Can you tell me your name and who you drive with?
Lawrence Red Crow with LTT, Lethbridge Truck Terminals.
And how long have you been with LTT?
20 years.
Awesome. Nice work. And Lawrence, when you are doing your pre-trip, what is one of the most important things that you need to think of?
Make sure the truck is good to be on the road and safe for all public.
Awesome. And when you're sharing the road with that motoring public, what are some tips for them to help out with commercial drivers?
For them to slow down and be aware of any maneuvers that they do incorrectly affects us. And we have to be diligent on predict what's this person going to do without them doing what they're doing, right? So
Okay,
it's
awesome.
got to be safety
Wonderful.
in your mind.
And Lawrence, how did you become a driver? How did you get in behind the wheel?
I just liked drawing trucks when I was a kid, and I've got no family history of truck driving in our family, and I just like trucks, and so I went for it, and here I am.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Great. Thank you so much.
You bet.
So tell us the name, who you drive for.
My name is Samit Palsing. I'm driving for XTL. We've been driving to the Costco, mostly to Medicine Hat, Edmonton, Lethbridge, and a couple of in Red Deer and Medicine Hat too. I've been driving to the US before. From last year, I'm driving local.
Awesome. And how did you like the event today?
It was pretty awesome. It's a good experience every time. This is my second time, and we did some mistakes like last time, but we did good this time. Hopefully, we win like next year.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is second time, and a couple of more more to coming.
Perfect. What was your favorite part of the event?
The favorite part is we meet like so many experienced drivers. Some of them they're driving like from since 20 years, and good to hear from them lots of stories and everything. Just good to be here. Everybody should join and learn good things, and it's all about safety and everything.
Kaylee, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, you are how old?
21.
And who do you drive with?
Action trucking.
How long have you been a commercial driver?
About a year now.
Awesome. And how do you like it?
It's pretty good. I mean, you get to go out, you meet a lot of new people. It's great.
And how was your competition today?
It was pretty smooth for the most part. That barrel backup is a tough one. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Awesome. You crushed it. I was watching. So commercial transportation is not a field you see a lot of ladies, especially in your age group. What drew you to trucking?
Well, it's not exactly something I wanted to do right away.
Yeah.
But I knew it was an easy license I could get. I'd have it for the rest of my life. I could work anywhere in the world. And if I figured out what I wanted to do later on down the line, I'd always have a plan B to fall back on.
Awesome. And what is your number one safety tip for being a commercial driver?
Stay calm. Don't freak out. Look before acting. If you're not unsure, double check.
Awesome. That's it.
Thank
you so much.
Man, that was awesome. Yeah, huge shout out to the professional drivers that participated in this year's event. Yeah, really excited just to see just the enthusiasm and the pride that they brought to the event. And thanks for getting those done, Kelsey. Good job to Robin and Rob as well for great video, or well, I guess audio in this interview. So really good job.
If everything goes well, we'll have the podcast like normal, and then we should have these probably up on our YouTube channel. Fingers crossed. That's our goal, is to have the snippets from the competition up there as well.
Nice. Awesome. So yeah, when those go live, the YouTube channel, the link is in every single podcast interview show notes. So you can definitely go check us out there as well. I know that this year's event, we also had the opportunity to interview some of our incredible volunteers who's helped make this event a huge success. And I'm excited to hear what they have to say.
Why do I volunteer? Oh, how much time do we have on this video? No, I'm just kidding. I volunteer, I get involved with the AMTA because they are the voice of the industry. If you are not behind them, their voice is quiet. So the more people we have behind the AMTA, the louder that voice is with the government and with the industry. So that's why I volunteer. And how can you not volunteer with all these lovely AMTA people? The nicest group I've ever met. So like I said, if you're not involved, get involved. If you want to find out how to get involved, amta.ca, check it out.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys. All right, Atlee, if you could pronounce your first and last name and who you work for.
First name is Atlee, last name is Newcomb. I work for ATS Healthcare as a fleet manager.
How long have you been with ATS?
Since 2010.
And what brings you out to the rodeo today?
Just basically to try and develop both my skills and the team that I have skills, both with automation, transportation, trying to really increase the depth of knowledge we need.
And how many years have you been doing this event?
This is my second year, actually.
Fantastic. That's it.
Hey, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Atlee.
My name is Brandon Hughes, and I'm from Heidelberg Materials.
And Darren?
My name's Darren Shotart. I'm from Heidelberg Materials.
And Brandon, how long have you been participating in the Professional Truck Driving Championship?
This is my 10th year. I'm a heavy-duty mechanic on site.
And Darren, how many times have you done this?
This is my second year.
And you guys, I mean, you're involved in the pre-trip with the mechanics. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
We basically set up all the defects and then just go through the pre-trip items, and that's pretty much it. And any repairs that need to be done on site when we're here. So.
I heard we had a bit of an emergency repair today.
We did.
What happened?
A little bit. We had a golf cart that went down.
It was a snack cart, so it was an important.
It was the most important one today.
Yes.
But yeah, fuel pump went on it.
And tell me a little bit, like, what is the importance of an industry like what we do?
I would say the trucking industry is very important. It gets all of our groceries, all of our building materials. Very important industry, for sure.
And Darren, same question. What's the importance of commercial transportation?
Keeping people safe on the road, right? Our family, friends, everybody that's on the road, right? Making sure that nobody gets in accidents and stuff like that.
Fantastic. We're done, fellas.
Beautiful.
Next one.
All right. So yeah, the event was a great time. I mean, it was just an absolute blast. I mean, I had fun making fun of people up in the stands too. So, I mean, that was good because they brought their own cheering sections and they're doing the wave and everything. So yeah, it was awesome. But it's also great to yeah, the wave was good. Yeah, you know, I've seen more waves in a koi pond. But anyways, and it was good to see the camaraderie between industry professionals. The event is a competition, which means, I mean, there are award winners, and we would like to congratulate the following award winners from this year's event. In the straight truck category, the winner was Pritpal Sangha. He was with FedEx. In second place, we had Dave Lowe with Bison Transport. In third place, Brandy Abrahamson with Rosano. In the tandem pup day cab, the winner was Aaron Schaff. He's with Lethbridge Truck Terminals. In second place was Cliff Lutz with Lethbridge Truck Terminals as well. And in third place, we had Francis Page with Bison Transport. For tandem bunk, the winner was Graham V with Home Hardware. In second place was Chad Nikolichuk with Lethbridge Truck Terminals. And in third place, we had Jagdeep Singh Man. And the B-Train category, the winner was Tim Bingley with Lacklebish Transport, who also supplied the nice, cool, sweet-looking 1949 International and its trailer, which we'll feature on our YouTube channel in all likelihood. That's the plan anyways. In second place, we had Jeffrey Zeeb with Bison Transport, and in third was Rob Young with Lethbridge Truck Terminals. For the Fred Dettel Rookie Award, it was Jeff Church with Lethbridge Truck Terminals. For the Team Award, the winner was Lethbridge Truck Terminals Team Number 1. It was made up of Rob Potvin, Aaron Schaff, Lawrence Redcrow, and Rob Young. And coming in second place was Team Bison with Jeffrey Zeeb, Dave Lowe, Christopher Woods, and Francis Page. And the Ann Taylor Grand Champion Award went to Pritpal Sangha with FedEx.
It's amazing. Yeah, it was really cool at the awards gala too, or the ceremony, when you really do see the pride and professional drivers coming up to the stage, being celebrated amongst their peers, competitors, and some of their employers when management was there. And yeah, just a huge shout out to them as well. I thought that was awesome.
Some of them looked very spiffy in their matching shirts and the cowboy hats and everything. So we really liked that. It was cool.
Yeah, agreed. That was awesome. And yeah, congratulations to Lethbridge Truck Terminals and Bison Transport for their team winners too. It was really awesome just to see when a carrier is willing to invest the time and the energy to put forth a team of drivers to compete in the event. I thought that was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, let's hope we can get some more teams next year. It'll be great.
Totally agreed. All right. I would also like to give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors who supported this year's event and the different carrier operations who provided commercial vehicles, food, refreshment, and supplies to help make this year's event a huge success. So a huge thank you to CCA Truck Driver Training, NCSG Crane and Heavy Haul, NFP, ATS Healthcare, Bison Transport, Century Mile Racetrack and Casino in Nisku, Cliffs Transport Recovery and Towing, Diesel Tech Industries, East West Express, Heidelberg Materials, Home Hardware, Sobeys, Stahl Peterbilt, Rosano Transport, quick sit seating, and XTL transport. So thankful for your support and for all of your involvement to help make this year's event such a great success. That is a huge, awesome group of different organizations that without your support, this event would not be the success it was. So thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. The drivers are obviously critical to this going off, but without the volunteers and the donations and the providing their time, etc., and the material goods, like you said, this does not happen at all.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know if it was an actual record number of volunteers, but I believe it was upwards of 80 people that came out to lend a hand. Some AMTA staff, but most of it was industry, which I think is pretty amazing.
Yeah, thanks to the industry folks that showed up as well.
Yeah, appreciate it very much. And I think the wave to me was with the fans was one of the highlights. I thought that was awesome.
We were talking about this over the weekend, and it was the most people we've had in those stands, because the company's brought along some cheering squads. And I mean, that's excellent, because the drivers, they're in the cabs, they're freaking out already. And they can see up there, they see the people cheering on stuff. And I think that's gotta send the right message to them and hopefully, bring those nerves down quite a bit.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I thought that was fantastic. And as MC, man, you did a great job really making the event feel alive. And I love the intro music, and all in all, it was awesome.
Absolutely. That intro music was epic, and I can't wait to see next year again. So if you are competing next year, get us your walk-up songs, because I would say probably half of them didn't have walk-up songs, so we just improvised. So don't leave us to improvise. If you've got a song that you want, let us know next year, and let's do Eye of the Tiger, or Highway to Hell, whatever. We got it. We'll make it happen.
That's right. That's awesome. Well, that's a good segue, because as we do come to an end, and we're talking, our famous question is, any final words that you would like to share, Rob? And I think that's a really good point. And I'm not gonna steal the answer to your question. I'll give it back to you. Yeah, steal your thunder.
Yeah, I mean, it was an epic event this year. We came out of pandemic, and we tried to host one in 2022, but everybody was just, we were all kind of still reeling from the previous couple of years. We only had, I think, 7 drivers maybe signed up for it. So unfortunately we had to cancel that, and we were all disappointed by that. And then in 23, we finally kicked it off again. We got 35-ish drivers out for that one. And this year, I think, was our best event. It's the best one I've been to so far. And I'm looking forward to next year. I would love to see more drivers. I mean, let's see if we can get over 50 or 60. And let's really put the drivers at the forefront where they need to be, right? Let's see those skills. Let's see, like you said, the camaraderie, and let's see the people celebrating the whole industry, because, again, without it, the country grinds to a halt. So I'm looking forward to it again, right? Totally. So anyways, next year's date, we will be announcing it soon. So keep an eye out on our socials, either through our social media pages or the e-news or the e-news. You can also visit our events page on our website. And as Josh said, we carry all the links, or put all the links down in the show notes as well. So they'll be included in the show notes. But back to you, Josh.
That's awesome. Yeah, huge shout out to professional drivers. I remember, honestly, leading into COVID, when Thank a Trucker and the Thank a Trucker movement happened, and AMTA was at the forefront of being a really strong voice to advocate for professional drivers. And Rob, that you just alluded to, if they're not doing what they do, everything comes to a halt. So it's nice when we can create the environment as a collective group of industry professionals where they can compete, they can showcase the skills. And some of it is really difficult. I was really impressed just even hearing the conversations. I was chatting with a great guy named Carl, who's been in the industry for a long time, and just him and another gentleman named Andrew with Sobeys, they were chatting about just the axle placements and the length of trailers and pivot points and all of these things that you do. For me as a civilian not driving anymore, I take for granted. I just kind of assume of course they're going to be able to do this maneuver. It's no, actually it takes a lot of skill. So if you're listening to this and you are a professional driver and you're thinking, hey, I got some skills, I should compete, we definitely encourage you to sign up. And if you're working for an employer, or if you are the employer, definitely check out our website, and you'll get the details so you can come next year. And Rob, I just want to say great work again, my friend, as co-producer of this podcast, as the MC. It's just been, it's awesome watching you shine too, and really help elevate these events. I think that's really important. And of course, the impact that you're having on the podcast too. It's been a great journey. Appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate working with you too, Josh. It's been a blast. Also, shout out, and just this is my last bit before we close this up. Shout out to our Marcom folks. Kelsey, a force. Robin, a force. And Erica Verish, just a tidal wave of knowledge and force. So without those three shepherding, herding cats around, because it is literally like herding a bunch of cats, without their oversight, this does not come off as nearly as well as it did. So I want just a special shout out to our Marcom folks. Well done, ladies.
Agreed.
Well done.
Totally agreed. And Manny for the visual. Manny, you're also a force.
Yeah, and Manny for supplying me with an ice cream bar.
That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you again, everyone. Thanks, Rob. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to just to the impact our interviews are going to continue to have. And yeah, until next year's event, make sure you check out the YouTube channel and show note, or the link is definitely in the show notes. So have a good rest of your day.
Perfect. You too, sir.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to this episode of AMTA's Steering Change Podcast. The views expressed by guests of the Steering Change Podcast are their own and may not reflect the views of AMTA, its hosts, or sponsors. Do you have a question that you would like answered on an upcoming episode of the Steering Change Podcast? We want to hear from you. To submit a question to the Steering Change Mailbag, hit up our DMs on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram with the hashtag Steering Change, and your question will be answered either live on the podcast or by one of our SMEs here at AMTA. We ask that you share this episode with those in your network that could benefit from what we discussed today, and make sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you can be notified when future episodes are released. You can learn more about us and our mission by visiting www.amta.ca. Now get out there and have a safe day.